Star Wars Jedi Starfighter. We are on Xbox One X, and it is enhanced with a native 4K resolution with 16 times the pixel count. So we've got main missions, and we've got bonus features, which allow you to do a series of different missions, and you can watch some old school type things too. You know, you want to see a trailer for Gladius that I don't even remember, and Indiana Jones and Emperor's Tomb. But we're going to jump into the story and get into it. So a couple different acts, some training missions, if that's your thing, but let's roll. So this is what the game looks like. It's not widescreen, sadly, but it does actually look really crisp and clean, as do all of the enhanced titles do. There's a narrative in this one. It is set between kind of the stages of episode 1 leading to episode 2. So way back in the day, you get to check out some interesting craft, a new Jedi Starfighter that's been in progress. And it is before the Battle of Geonosis. It features Jedi Master Adi Galea, something around there. Sorry, it's a little bit hard to quite get that one right. And the hot-headed pirate from the previous game, Nim. So you're testing out the Jedi Starfighter, the Republic's newest weapon. And you're dealing with Trade Federation, you're blasting ships, and you're kind of getting the prep work for the Clone Wars to kind of kick off. So you've got your ship here, you're going around in a ship, and it's just like a starfighting type game, which actually works quite well. So for the most part, you are either blasting ships, defending ships, taking out objectives, or just kind of moving around. You get to visit a wide range of authentic Star Wars locations across the galaxy. Whether you're, you know, up in space or close to a planet, you get to kind of fly around and do your own thing. And I think despite, you know, it not being widescreen, which I'm sure is disappointing to most, and myself, I kind of, you know, it's really lucky if we do get widescreen games on the original Xbox, because it just wasn't a common thing back then. You do get these really lovely sort of vistas. I mean, the skyline does actually look kind of nice. I mean, it's not amazing, but for a game of its age, I think it, you know, it doesn't look too bad, and it's kind of fun. I've turned off the Star Wars music due to copyright issues, so if you're wondering why there's no da-da-da-da-da, that's why, because you usually get that pounding in the background. It feels pretty tense. So they do have cinematic segments too, where there's like a big discussion going on, and that kind of sets the stage for things. And it's an interesting addition to the plot of the movies. Now, I don't know if this necessarily is considered canon anymore, but it is kind of an interesting sort of thing, at least in my opinion. Pew, 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 pew. Yeah. So anyways, simple UI that has not stood the test of time. I'm going to be honest with you. It definitely has not. That being said, it still looks pretty fun to play. It's been pretty fun to play. It's kind of cool, at least in my opinion, what it provides. These little boats. But it's a very interesting Star Wars game, because usually we have been getting, you know, some of this action where we get to, you know, go and fly around. Battlefront's been doing it recently, but it's still kind of fun to see how it was done back in the day, because you would have a game that was solely focused. You know, it's actually really cool. I didn't notice that. The reflections. It's actually got reflections in the water. That's really neat. Yeah, as you can see, like little health on things. And you can see how that kind of, well, we're not really doing much to affect it. We're doing some damage. We're not gonna quite get it. We gotta go back and redo this. But you know, it does handle quite well. It's got simplistic controls, and it's a Star Wars game, so I think it's kind of worth exploring regardless. Just because I find that Star Wars games are all really neat from there. You know, no matter what you're getting, and this is certainly one that is definitely different. Oh crap, that wasn't very good. But yeah, it's got a good selection of missions. I think it sort of holds up all right to a degree. It's not going to be for everyone. Let's be real here. It's aged quite a bit, but I think it's worth maybe giving a download to and trying if you're into the whole kind of like I don't know if we want to say dogfighting type things, but you know, the shooter ones. There is 2-player split screen, so you could do that if you'd like. There are the extra missions. You've got goals. It's Star Wars authentic, so you know, you get to explore many things of the Star Wars universe. Ta-da-da-da. Which is fun, and you get to do it all in this really cool little starfighter thing, and get to fly around. See, yeah, you wouldn't get an experience like this today. You know, you wouldn't see this kind of Star Wars game come out. Like there was like Rogue Squadron at one point. I think that one's prime to be like remastered or something. I know a lot of people are very fond of that series. But even this, it's like really nice just to be able to still experience these games on modern platforms and see how good they look and how well they perform. Because this is quite smooth in my opinion. I think it looks decent enough, especially with the cleaning of like the edges and everything like that. We're not getting widescreen obviously, but it's still pretty sharp, you know, just due to the enhancement, which is a big deal on Xbox One X. And I always appreciate the enhancements. Seriously, just they're incredible to witness. They're always entertaining to see just like how great these old games look because of it. And you can see the missions actually provide a fair bit of gameplay, and there's a decent selection of them, especially for the time. I'd say this is actually a good effort, because this was actually an era where we did get to see a number of dogfighting titles, which are basically like, you know, plane-based things where you're going around shooting and stuff. Like it was Crimson Skies, which was amazing. Yeah, there was a number of titles back then, and now you just don't really see that. It's like some things come and go in generations. I mean, you get one or two, but it's not quite like it was back then. We've got more to blast.
Disrupt enemy formation.
Yeah, disrupt your formations. And they actually fit quite a few kind of enemies on the map too, in my opinion. Yeah. So we got a lot of ships to shoot. Seriously. But in the last mission, the first one, you get to blow up like a big deployer thing, which is kind of cool. And you know, they just have like a lot of things going on in this, which are kind of fun. So we can see if we can do any damage on this one. And sometimes you actually have to do damage to like supplementary things. You gotta like blow up basically like turrets, and then you can start damaging things and stuff like that. I don't know if we're really doing damage on this. It kind of looks like maybe a little bit on the yellow there.
Maintain formation.
Yeah, maintain formation. Or like maybe die. And you do get like a really large area to kind of play around with, which is kind of cool. Yeah, whatever. Oh, what's this? You're just kind of sailing away. Where are you going? What are you doing? Oh, it's gone into the horizon. Bye.
Okay, so I was mostly right.
It just kind of like zoop,
They do not look different to me.
went away.
Well, maybe you don't know droids the way I do. They're mad. Trust me. Swarm.
It's
Focus on the
gone.
battle and allow me to do the same.
Okay, okay. No more angry droids. Nothing but a bunch of circuits, totally emotionless.
I don't know if you're noticing, but you can switch between the kind of HUD things there.
They are just
Ready.
Seeing that in the bottom left wheel.
To the battle at hand.
gotcha.
And the effects they kind of do on the hood.
Battleship on sensors. Bombers and fighters bearing down on my position. How long do you got the code? If I knew that,
Now they're just talking.
just hope the boss
Anyways,
as fast as I can.
I'm having fun playing this. It's always enjoyable to go out and play like a Star Wars game because they are so much fun. You know, they always bring something a little bit different to them. It's really neat to go back and explore like these more historical ones, just because there was such a variety and there was such a time of like, I don't want to say trial and error, but they really just let people, you know, release Star Wars games and try different things with it, which was kind of exciting back in the day. Oh, and I say the flight controls are pretty good. I definitely do like the flight controls in this one. I think they're handled quite adequately. in my opinion. Because sometimes in flying games, they don't exactly, you know, have the best of controls, or they're a little bit awkward. I think we're just slowly chipping away at this one, which is quite fun. Oh wow, we are getting a little bit too close, but we've almost got it hurt, so that's good. Let's just fly away and get back to this. It's a little bit more intense in space too, but I mean, you gotta have a good variety, right? So you're not necessarily all flying in space all the time. So while it is Star Wars, a lot of the conflict on these is done on planetary stuff. So in a way, Battlefront kind of does get it right. You know, the recent Battlefronts where they let you have a ship and you get to go over the terrain and kind of fire away. That is definitely something, at least, that I think is portrayed in the movies quite a bit. What the heck? Why did it... Where did the thing go? Did I miss it?
Swarm your targets.
Where are you? Move these things up.
But I've got scarabs on my back.
There's a scarab on my tail. That's not good. I feel like I've been completely ignoring what I'm supposed to be doing, just kind of flying around blasting things, which is really fun. So yeah, interesting game. Quite a fair bit of content to it. The TF U-boat. Or the TF explode boat. Oh, did it go under the water? A successful mission? That's what I'm talking about. We're gonna play a little bit of another one too, though. So here we are in space. You think I was gonna do a Star Wars game and not show some epic space battles? I should mention there's also like force powers involved in this one too. So yeah, that's kind of a neat element that's come into play to special moments. So we've got a big ship that we are dealing with, obviously. And, yeah, it's gonna take some intense battling in space in order to take it out. So I think we should kind of eliminate these big turrets here. That's gonna help us a lot. It is kind of funny how they explode, though. It's not like anything too intense. Oh no.
The space station has called in all patrols. Expect droid starfighters.
There we go. And I'm sure some of you are a little better starfighters than I am.
Attack my target. Right on.
But, you know, it does benefit to actually sit through the tutorials and give yourself a refresher. Because I imagine for many people this is likely the first time in a long time that they've jumped back into the Starfighter franchise. Was it a franchise? I don't even know, really. I've definitely heard of this one, though. Yeah. I thought I destroyed this turret. Little bugger thing. Anything else want to get blasted away? We've got a turret up there. That will not stand.
I'm under fire.
Are you under fire? Because I know I am too. Under the fire of dominating this turret that is seemingly indestructible. Blow up.
I'm still reading turrets on that station, man. I can't get any closer to
I'm shooting everything I got. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's even propping out the missiles. Jeez.
This is your side. Your code activated a squad of droids. They got us pinned down.
Let's blow up this turret too. Uh-oh. That was a critical fail. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this look at the game, because it's still fun to play. I think it's worth checking out. And definitely something that is perhaps a little bit different, a little bit neat, and some new Star Wars that a lot of people perhaps haven't tried, which is cool.